Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Hey. It's been a minute since I've been live on TV, not TV, but social media. And hey guys. I have some things that I need to bring to y'all attention, including credit reporting, credit score. You guys know I always inform you guys of a lot of things that are happening, especially in the financial world, in the business world, and even in the community. So, I wanted to bring to your attention some urgent credit scores and situations that are happening and major changes. Three major changes that are happening in the credit world. And it's really important that each of us take note to these credit changes because it's going to affect how we do things going forward. Not just how we do business, but us in general, individuals, our personal lives, how we spend time, whether we do things, how we do it, what we're buying. Just so much stuff is happening in the credit world. But I'm going to give you the three changes that are going to affect you for 2025. And two of these changes started as of March 17th, which is, I think, 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. Because today's the 24th. This started on the 17th. So I want you guys to really pay attention. Share this video to a friend. That friend, share it to another friend. Get the word out. Get to understand what's going on because these changes are very important. Hey! So starting with the first change, effective March 17, 2025, the first change that's happening is the medical bills. Now, I know tons of you have gone into the hospital and or you have a medical bill or there's something that is like really stagnant on your credit, especially these medical bills. I remember when I had an emergency surgery at Chestnut Hill, their billing system was so weird so that every procedure that I did, there was a different charge for it. So, and my health insurance didn't cover some of them. And so they sent all of that stuff to my credit reporting. So I had like three different medical bills on my credit reporting. Of course, now it's been gone. I've cleaned it up. I've taken care of it. But medical bills, that has been something that they have been trying to get rid of, and they finally did. So as of March 17th, your medical bills are going to be gone from your credit report. If you go on your credit report today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and you see a medical bill, you can definitely get rid of it because they are no longer to report medical bills. It has been said that there are millions of people out there that have medical bills on their credit rating, and it shouldn't be there. And so now, as of March 17th, those things are no longer in effect. We don't have to worry about the medical bills. Now, it doesn't mean we don't have to pay these medical bills because it's important that you pay off what you owe. Or it doesn't mean that we shouldn't dispute it or go to the hospital and take care of these bills. This is important that you do. However, when it comes to your score, your credit score, and on your credit report, that trade line of whatever medical bills on there, it's not supposed to be on there. So as of today, you go in and you pull your report. Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. You pull it and you see a medical bill, you can get it off by law. No questions asked. And this will be good because they're saying that when you do remove the medical bill, that should take your score up about 20 notches. So if you're at a 520 or a 510 and you have a couple medical bills and you remove it, like each of them are going to add about 20 to 30 score, like point score on your credit reporting. So that's a plus. This is a plus. That's the one plus that we're getting from these changes. And so some of you are sitting home, you know you've got some medical bills, take care of it. Take care of it. This is the year. The second change that I have to mention is we all know that there are three bureaus, main bureaus. There are others, but the main ones are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And whenever you go to apply for a mortgage, or you're applying for a car, or you're applying for any type of lending, or just to get whatever credit line, usually they pull your three bureaus and they would check and see, and there's a FICO score in there, which is that medium score that they go on based on, and whatever trade lines that you have, what you owe, they're all based on your credit score, your credit reporting. Well, that's changing. Ah, going forward, lenders are now just pulling two of those credit agencies. They are allowed to only pull two. So some of them may be pulling one, but the key is they can't pull all three. Now, there's a plus with this, and there may be, and for some of you that may not be good, because if your credit is not as good on Equifax, but it's good on Experian, and they pull an Equifax and the Experian, now your score and your points change. You may have great score on TransUnion, and you may have a great score on Equifax, and they just pull TransUnion and Experian. So your score, it will affect your score in whatever way. And see, that's the thing, they're not going to tell you which agency they're going to use. So it would behoove you to make sure every single one, where it's not like before there's a fiscal score and a FICO score, and they go in there and they hey, that usually is Experian. They'll go and they'll say, well, oh, her Experian score is X, Y, and Z, whatever. That's not what they're going to do anymore. They're pulling two credit agency, meaning TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. They're going to pull two of them, or maybe one, and that's what they're going to base your score on. For some of you, this is good, because if they pull the two, they pull your score and there's good things on there, and it's cleaned up, you're good. And for some of you, it may not, because depending on the agency, your score may be different. And it doesn't even matter if you have derogatory, trade lines on there. It could be just people have reported more to Experian than they reported to TransUnion. And so your scores are different. And they may pull them and put them together. And so if your score is not, it's not as great in TransUnion, but it is in Experian, it affects your score. So this is a major, like, we don't know. But again, get on your credit report. Check it out. See what's on what's your trade lines. What are the lenders that you borrowed money from, whether a bank, whether it was an old account that was there years ago and it's still there. What's on your credit report? It's so important. Now, especially this third one that I'm bringing up to you. Here's the third change. The third change is that they're going to use more of these AI and alternative data system for checking your credit. Apart from lenders going and saying, okay, let's pull their credit report. Well, they're also going to be, the lenders now are, they can, they've been given the approval for them to pull your AI report or alternative measure report. So they can go on social media, they can check online shopping, asset ownership, public records. They can go and search for all of these information and use it also with your credit report to determine if you get that loan, if you get that car, if you get that house, if you get that thing. And it's all up to the banks and the way how they're doing it. It's no longer up to that agency. It's up to the bank or that person who's lending you that money. So going forward, just like China's system, we're moving into the credit system. So if you're one of those people who sends out threats on social media and your rating is not good, Meta will tell them and you can get denied for that. They're even checking your text. And if you're one of those stalker people, they are compiling, and we're seeing that slowly but surely, where T-Mobile now has access to your text, and they do have access to know what you're texting and what you're looking at online. A lot of people are talking about that. That's a big thing that's been happening. And you're going to see that with a lot of other companies because they're compiling these information together so that they can give it to the credit companies and the lenders and stuff so that they can determine if you are qualified to get anything. We even see it where going forward, they're going to use that system for you to buy food and buy things in stores, groceries, and stuff. That credit system is happening. And this is the first step towards it, where lenders now can use these alternative systems and these AI systems. This is real. This is real. Now, this may be a good thing. They can even use your rental payment, um, payments that aren't being reported to your credit system. I know a lot of you have the Calma and those third party where you pay 4 or 5 installments and stuff, and that doesn't get reported. Well, guess what? Hey, they're going to report those things. Those are all of those things are going to be reported as alternative information that they're going to compile about you. If you've been paying your rent, if you're a good steward, even if you're a good steward, the bank, they're going to reach out to the banks. They're going to get those information. Now, I know some of you are thinking that's a little too much. They're all in my business, but they started doing that a long time ago. We seen last year where that Transparency Act took place, and they want to get your ID, where you live, and all of that if you own any business within the United States of America. Well, now they're changing up the credit system. And pretty soon, and not pretty soon, it started, but it hasn't gone into a major effect for all lenders yet. But it's going to become the thing. The credit system and score will not just be the only thing that they use. They're going to be using stuff like social media stuff, even employment. When I read this up, I was really shocked about that. Employment, how long you've been at that company, whether you're stable in how people hire you, or if they fire you all the time and you're going from job to job to job to job, that's going to show up. Listen, it's deep, but it is so important that we take note to these things, that we check our credit, that we get our credit on point. Now, I'm hollering out to everyone who's watching, but this is especially for my black people. We all know. We all know. We all know Us black folks, we have a way of doing things, and this is important. For any of you that are listening to the sound of my voice and are hearing what I'm saying, get your credit on point. Get your credit together because this system is deep. And it may seem like, oh, Sister Bev, it's always something with them, but it's going to creep up on you. And before you know it, you won't have that chance to clean your credit up, because now they're telling you what they're doing and how they're doing it. This is them telling you. Pretty soon, it may be where, in order for you to even do anything, there may be a credit system. And that includes starting a business, getting stuff, because this is what they're moving into. So if you are listening to this and you may have some credit issues. For some of you, you may be cleaning up your credit right now and you're only working on one agency. For some of you, you may have back rent, you may have employment issues. This new system is definitely going to test your stewardship financially, personally, the way you do things, the way you operate. No longer can you send these nasty texts, create these nasty posts. They are cracking down. Okay? So don't say Sister Bev didn't tell you. Don't say you didn't know. This is me saying to you that you must get your credit in order with the new system that is coming down the pike and what they're doing. This is important. And like I said, in China, they already have a credit system. And it is the new world order. That's how they're doing things now. And it's coming, like I said, streaming to America. Pretty soon, we're going to have a credit system probably. But for those of you who need to get your stuff cleaned up, this is the time. Be that steward. God even told us that we ought to be good steward of our finances, our talents, our torso. We ought to start paying on time, doing things right, having the right character so that we can also partake of the goodness, right? So this is the three changes that are happening for the credit scores and the way how you're going to be able to receive money or be qualified for anything in the future going forward. And I know there are going to be more changes coming up the pike, but we'll work together. I will be bringing out any notices of any other changes that will come out. But for today, these are the changes that are being made. Take note, take note, take note. God wants us to be good steward, and the United States is getting into this credit system, and we must do what we must do. Okay? And even though it may feel like our privacy is being attacked, some of you already knew this was going to happen. This is it is what it is. But God's people don't really have much to hide because we pay for our taxes, we pay our bills, we do what needs to be done, right? I'm hoping. But for those of you who don't, this is your opportunity to start doing that. All right, get it together now. All right, so this is your girl, Beverly Francois Alston, owner and friendly business consultant of the BSF Business Design. If you're in need of starting your business setup, business entity, helping in anything with business, branding, promoting, financial, getting even your credit together, then we have an awesome credit program in which we can help you to establish and build your credit, fix your credit, bring your score up. We do have an awesome program in line. So check out my website, www.bsfdesignsllc.com. Check us out. You can also call me 267-279-9348, or you can email me bsfdesigns bsfdesigns@gmail.com. Reach out to your girl. Holla at your girl. Look forward to hearing from you if you do decide to reach out. Of course, you may have questions and you may want to reach out to me. That's fine. I will help you the best that I can. And let's grow together. Let's grow not just ourselves, our business, but let's grow together even with the credit. Let's get our credits together. All right. Have a great day, y'all. All right now. Bye bye.